Jai Hind everyone, myself Aastha Sharma from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College and the department is Computer Science and Engineering College. And today I will be talking about the Java OOPS concept, and in this I will be discussing about the Unit 3, the Java new features. So as you all know, the previously 1.7 has gone and 1.8 has launched with the new inbuilt functions as well as the new features is defined in this concept. So first we will be talking about, before we will be talking about the functional interface, I will be talking about the Lambda expression. So the Lambda expression, in this we will be talking about Lambda expression is one of the expression which is used with the help of the functional interface. Functional interface, which means it needs the only one abstract method to implement, right? It needs only one abstract method to implement, that is called the SAM, which is the one abstract method it needs. Next, it is moreover remained on the OOPS concept, and it is also declare everything which is present in the Java programming, as well as it also discussing about the aspects of the some of the changes in the primitive data types as well as the primitive methods, which is used only for the integrity and the simplicity of the analysis. Secondly, we will be talking about it is more of the functional interface, which is the present in the functional programming language that is also called the Java purposes, and as well as it is one of the Java programming language which is also the part of the classes, and if someone will be using the classes, the functions, they itself always call to the functions, right? Next we have the Java functional interface. It is one of the interface that will contain only the one abstract method, right? It contain only one abstract method. One abstract method is implemented right under the annotations of the functional interface, right? So it has only one functionality which is used to exhibit, and there are, and from we will talking about the Java 8 onwards, the Lambda expression, right? The Lambda expression is introduced that can use to represent the instance of the functional interface, right? And as well as the functional interface is one of the interface that will be having the any number of the default method, because in this we will be using the any forms of the default method as well as we will be using as the static method, right? Default and the static method, right? So for example, we will taking the examples of the runnable examples, active, action, listener, and the comparable, right? It is also additionally recognized the functional interface, which is the SAM, which is the single abstract method interface, right? In short, we will see that this is called the SAM, which is called the single abstract method, and in this the Java new features provided that in this previously what I'm talking about right now, previously in functional interface we will be using the private functions to just call and to just declare the functions, right? But with the help of the annotation of the functional interface, we can implement only one abstract method in this, right? With has no any type of the number, right? The number of the default method and the static methods, right? Next, it also include the Java 8 SE 8, which has the Lambda expression as well as the method references, that in order to make more code more readable and also clean, and it also ensure that it can precisely has only one abstract method to implement in the coding, and it also used to be executed by representing with the help of the annotation. The annotation we called at the rate of the functional. The use of the annotation is just to implement the functional interface with the help of the one abstract method. The only it can use, it can just satisfy, it can just check the condition with the help of the annotation that functional interface is implemented or not, right? Now in earlier the functional interface, the functional interface can only contain only one abstract method. However, it does not include any type of the quantity of the static method and the default method, right? So there is no need to use the abstract keywords. We will do no need, and it's optional types, and it is used to make the abstract keywords because by default this method is defined inside of the abstract only. So we can also call the Lambda expression, it is one of the instance of the functional interface, right? Next, let's understand what is the use of the lambda expression. So lambda expression, it is one of the new features of the Java which we'll be using in the functional interface, and it is mainly called as the anonymous function. Anonymous function, which means that it does not have any type of the name, it also does not have any type of the modifier, and it also does not have any type of the return type. Let's understand with the help of the programming language. Suppose you created the class, right? And in class you write private void. For example, you have just write the program say hello, and in this you just write system dot out dot println, and in print you just write hello world, right? Hello world, right? Close. So which means how I can convert this language, this programming language, into the lambda expression. How I can convert it? It is converted that it has no name, which means it has no name. So it has no name. Next, it has no modifier. It does not have any type of the modifier, right? The modifier, the name, and it does not have any return type. The void is the return type, right? So it does not have. And to convert this, the fourth point is that you can place the arrow, right? You can place arrow to with the parameter, right? The parameter I have given in this, the bracket, doesn't given any type of the parameter. So the conversion is bracket placing the arrow. This is the conversion. This arrow is known as the lambda expression, right? Lambda expression, this is called. Next, system bracket is system dot out dot println say hello world, right? This expression, this code is converted into the lambda expression, right? So lambda expression, it is known as the anonymous function, which does not have any type of the name, it does not have any type of the return type, and it does not have any modifier, right? And to convert this, we just put the arrow which defines the lambda function is converted into the lambda expression, right? Some type of the benefits is also there, like the benefit is it can reduce the line because we doesn't need any type of the name, we does not need any return type, we does not need any modifier. So automatically the compiler will understand with the help of the arrow that this expression is known as the lambda expression to be converted, right? Sequential and parallel execution supports passing behavior of an argument in the method, and it also used in the jar files also, right? The one of the method is it also used in the jar file, makes the code more readable, more concise way, right? And it also makes to call the API very effectively. Right, now let's understand the few characteristics of the lambda expression, right? The number one, it has, suppose I'm going to writing the let's take the previous example I have written, like the class, we have class A, then next I have write private void say hello, right? Private void say hello. I have not put in any type. This bracket define the parameter, right? I have not written any type of the parameter to pass this, right? Next, in this I will be write system dot out dot println simple hello world, right? Simple hello world, the program is closed, right? The first, let's convert this program into the lambda expression, right? How I can convert? We just remove the private modifiers, return types, and the name. We does not need any type of these because of the compiler is already understood. We just replaced with we just put the parameter, because I have not written any type of the parameter here. Parameter, place it with the arrow and simply write system dot out dot println. What I need to print? Hello world, right? Now the first characteristics is like if it has one parameter or it has only one body to print, then we remove this bracket, right? This is one of the characteristics of the lambda expressions, right? And secondly, it has the type of consist of three components, which is the argument list, which is the arrow list, and which is the body list, right? As you can see, the arrow which defines that this program is converted into the lambda expression. Within the lambda expression, we have given the one type of the parameter, right? And it also has the two type of the parameters like P1 and P2, right? Next, we have the lambda expression in Java. Basically, it expresses the instance of the functional interface that is also known as the single abstract method. It is same as the lambda expression, which has the port, which short block of the code that accept input as a parameter and return a resultant value, right, which includes the SE8. Now here is the example. See, this is the argument list, the argument of the one, argument of the two. Either it can be written in the int argument or either it can be written in the string argument, right? This arrow, it is the most which is used for the conversion of the system, right? Next we have system.out.println. This is the body of the lambda expression which needed to execute it, right? Next, how you can write the lambda expression, right? Simply you just need to write, this is the previously program where you write the public void, the name of the name of the program, right? You does not need all this. All you need, like, we need the parameter, then the arrow, it defines the body of the argument, right? Next, we have some few important rules you need to remember. If the body has only one statement, right, it has contained only one statement, in that period you need to remove the curly braces, right? Previously you can see if it has only the test statement, then we need to remove this curly braces. We don't need any type of the curly brackets, right? Next, Java compiler are also the enter type of the variable passed in the argument, which is also which is mainly the optional part here, right? Let's understand with the help of the example with the annotation of the functional interface. So first we need in this, we need to implement the basically implement the lambda expression, which is the use of the defined functional interface which has only one parameter, right? So first we need to create the functional interface. So how we can create the functional interface? With the help of the annotation, which is the at the rate functional interface. The functional interface is started, right? Interface we have write, and we also write the name of the interface. So what type of interface you needed? So we write the square. In a square you need to pass the one abstract method. So in abstract method we have passed in calculate, the calculate of the x integer, right? Now let's start the program. The program is started. The class was initiated. The class name was the test. After giving the class name, we go the public static main function we go, and in this we defined the int a, right? Int a. A has the value which has the 5, and this a need to convert it into the lambda expression. So how we can conclude it with the lambda expression? We does not need any type of the name modifier and the return type. We just simply write the parameter, that is the square s, right? In this we pass the int x, right? Int x, which forms the arrow of the x into s, which they need to calculate the square of the integer, right? After passing, we need to create the object type, right? To store and just to fetch the value, right? So we just put the int of the answer s dot calculate. All these right? All these calculation of this can be transferred into the A, and we just simply write the print command, right? System.out.print to calculate the answer statement, right? Next, we have the multiple parameter. Next example, if you need to pass the multiple parameter, how you can pass? Simple, makes the interface with the name of the adaptable. You just pass the integer, add the int A and int B. After passing the value, we just created the public class with the name of the lambda expression example 5. In the main method, we just call the multiple parameter of the lambda expression. How you can call the multiple parameter of the expression is the inferences, which is the A comma B, right? And which points to the value to print the A plus B. Simply they need to just execute the addition program, right? System.out add of the number is passing, and just they need to give the output, right? After, if you want to pass, this is one of the parameter, right? Passes. If you want the multiple parameters, then just naming with the help of the AD1, which is the addition of 1, passing with the addition number 2. Also define the integer. It is in the integer value or the string value, right? Passing with the integer value int A comma B, right? Passing, then giving the second value of the integer, right? And after that, it goes to print, read the value with the help of the adaptable interface, and then print the command, right? Next, if you want to give the examples with or without of the return type, because it is the third characteristics of the lambda expression, which does not conclude any type of the return keyword, right? So in this, it is makes the interface with the help of the adaptable, defining the integer value. In main method, we just go and makes the conversion of the lambda expression without return keywords. We just simply give the return commands, print commands to execute the program. Then simple addition 1, addition 2. Then at the last of the program, which is given the return, which does not include any type of the return command, we just simply give the print command to give the addition of the two integers, right? So this is again next example by performing the arithmetic operation, defining the integer A and B. Right after defining in main method, we just implemented conversion. A conversion is happen of the lambda expression A comma B to A plus B, right? We need to implement the addition if you want. Then if you want the subtraction, A minus B, multiplication, A into B. If you want to declare division, you just need to put the divide of the A and comma B. After that, just put the condition if they saw any type of the exception, we use the throw the new exception, then return to this value. In the main method, we just implemented, and it can execute it all of your program with the help of the print command, right? Java method references, it is the method that is used to very easy form, and it can be used in the lambda expression, which is referring the method, and you can replace your lambda expression and with the help of the method references. So the method references, it is using the double colon symbols, and the syntax is one of the forms, and the type of the references, we have the static methods, we have the instance method, we have the references to the constructor, right? If I am talking about the references to the static, it is known as the method that defined in the class, that is the syntax, the class which containing the class, and the static method is need to be implemented. Next, let's see the examples of this function with the help of the functional. We just make the interface or functional interface with the sayable. Suppose we need to say void say. After making the main method, we just implemented method references. In main method, you just give them command void say something like the hello. This converted with the referring to the static void, right? Static methods, which is referring the method reference to the semicolon of the say something, and calling the interface method by using the sayable dot say, right? This is the output of the program. Next, we have the output of the functional interface, how you can using this. So this is the functional interface where they need to execute after do the stuffs which is already created in the class of the stuffs, right? Then the package reference where they can implement the interface, where you can implement the package reference. All these can be concluded in the program of the references to execute and print the program by creating the reference of the do stuff already present in the classes, right? So Instance method, it is also one of the reference method that is using to describing the one of the process by referring with the help of the containing the object and the instance method, right? So all these the examples, the topics is talking about the lambda expressions and the functional interface, right? Functional interface which needs only one abstract method to implement, whereas the lambda expressions needs the functional interface to implement the lambda expressions. So this unit is mainly talking about the Java new features, where we will be talking about the static methods, we talking about the reference method in the later on. So till now I have discussed the two topics in this session, the functional interface, and I discussed about the lambda expression. Thank you and Jai.